Once upon a time, there was a mascot for a thriving company who was one of gaming's most recognizable icons. It used to be that Sonic the Hedgehog was everywhere, but it seems like the fall of Sega in the early 2000s spelled the beginning of the end for the Speedster. A new style and direction didn't help, and a slew of poorly received games have tarnished his once untouchable brand. Sega is trying to merge the old with the new in Sonic Generations. The end result is a game that finally rekindles what Sonic was all about, and delivers his best game in over a decade.
That might be a good place to check out. I'll be back soon.
So I think we've pieced together more of what's happening, and it's not good. Whoa!
Most Sonic games these days come with ridiculous tales that are so bad they're almost funny. Generations takes pleasure in mocking this trend. By the will of some mysterious force, two generations of Sonics are thrown together into a dimensional void where the very fabric of time and space are threatened.
I can't believe there's two of me.
There's no shortage of fan service here, but the reactions Sonic makes to each new development or character reveal serve as a humorous reflection on the direction the series has taken in the last decade.
No stranger than rescuing genies in magic books or saving aliens in an interstellar amusement park.
This newfound sense of humor only draws you further into the experience.
I'm a freebie! 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 Whee!
Generations try something new, and it pays off handsomely for the Hedgehog. Sega mixes the classic 2D Sonic with his modern iterations in an attempt to provide the best of both worlds. Rather than giving you an annoying hub world with boring activities or sticking to old-fashioned automatic level advancement, Generations provides you with a virtual playground filled with plenty of side attractions. Though you still need to progress in a linear fashion to advance to new levels, the structure affords you more variety if you wish to break off from the main objectives.
We're traveling through time and space!
Each of the 9 levels is based on zones from previous games, which are then broken down into 2 acts. The first act renders the level in classic Sonic fashion with 2D side-scrolling mechanics, while the second takes you through the same environment from a 3D perspective. One of the biggest highlights of the game is seeing what a classic stage like Green Hill would be like if done in the modern Sonic style, or vice versa with something like City Escape.
Is it me, or is that place we were just in awfully familiar?
You're left wanting more after you blaze through the main levels, and Generations certainly could have squeezed in a few more zones. Instead, you'll have to shell out a few more bucks for the upcoming DLC. In addition to the main zones, there are a variety of challenge courses that gradually unlock as you progress. Set within parts of existing levels, they'll put your skills to the test with a variety of conditions like racing against your doppelganger or enlisting the aid of Sonic's crew to help reach the goal. While it's mandatory to complete a few of these objectives to progress, you're given a wide variety to select from, so if you don't like a certain challenge, there's always something else.
Thanks for saving me, Sonic. It was scary in the dark, but I tried to be brave.
You can blaze through the game in 5 or 6 hours if you're so inclined, but completing everything will more than double the playtime. Additionally, there are 2 online modes, a 30-second challenge where you try to see how far you can get in any one of the levels, and the standard time attack. What's great about the former mode is that you can actually compare your best distance in real time with others. One of our biggest complaints with Sonic Colors involved the unresponsive nature of the controls and the haphazard level design. Generations addresses both of these concerns admirably. The modern iterations of the level scale back the elements that have typically tripped up the experience and focus more on the stronger points of the style. What you're left with is a sense of blazing speed where the headaches are minimized. That's not to say that the results are flawless. There are still scant instances of cheap deaths and frustrating objectives. They just don't overwhelm the experience. The majority of the time, you can actually enjoy speeding through these stages without feeling like you're about to run off a cliff at any second.
As much as I dislike relying on others, I'm grateful for your aid.
As good as the modern portions are, it's the classic Sonic stages that steal the show. This is what Sonic is all about, and the first time you speed through Green Hill, you'll get goosebumps. The physics feel right, and Sonic handles just like it did in the Genesis days. There's also a better sense of speed, with Sonic sometimes flying so fast, he's virtually off the screen. This breakneck pace sometimes leads you to running into traps you can't avoid, which is the only real downside. What you're left with are simple controls that are easy to understand, allowing you to enjoy the ride.
I love it!
There's a small adjustment period when switching back and forth between the 2 modes, since each comes with unique abilities, but it never derails the experience. This holds true even during parts where you're forced to play as one type when you might prefer the other. The only time the controls are less than optimal are during a few of the boss sequences, specifically the modern Sonic ones. The Poor layouts of these portions really bring out the worst in the controls, putting a blemish on what otherwise could have been some of the most spectacular parts of the game. Generations does a fantastic job of capturing the sense of speed you associate with Sonic. The completely remade levels are some of the best looking in the series, even though they're going off existing templates.
This place is giving me deja vu all over again.
Fans of Sonic Colors will be happy to see Planet Wisp rendered in HD, which is easily the best looking environment in the game. On the flip side, when the action slows down, it's easy to notice a few questionable textures, and the CG sequences are replete with technical flaws. The game's audio work easily matches the visual fidelity. Cool little details abound. When Sonic uses his boost ability, the music will distort. When he goes underwater, its sound will muffle. The outstanding soundtrack, which features great remixes of classic tracks along with the originals, gives you the option to customize the song that plays on any given stage. Sega finally appears to have learned from its mistakes. Sonic Generations' thoughtful mishmash of the Hedgehog's distinct incarnations delivers the best of both worlds. Though it's a bit on the short side, the fundamentals are undeniably well executed. Sonic hasn't been this good in years.
Surprise! Aw, you guys.